figured out a little hack. I don't know if I never seen this on YouTube, but there could be a video on it I just never seen. Putting a drop or two of oil in your mascara that's dried out. I used to put it in Claire in hot water, but then that seems like a one-time thing, and then you have to do it every time. I like it. I didn't put it on since, but I shook it up and pulled the brush out, and it seems aight. What's happening? Let me see. Let me get a of what? Of what they want me to talk about. I can't believe this whole time it was. Can't believe this whole time. Yeah. Tell me about this. Let me turn this up. I can't believe this whole time what? Okay. The amount of resistance. Sabotage. This doesn't feel like self-sabotage. This is... Oh. These, oh wow. How do I put this together? I can't believe how many people want to sabotage a woman's security. So this would be right. With the filters on television, filters on apps, with the filter apps, this would be slandering. And it's because she's a confident, secure woman. And strong. I just can't believe it. Strong, King of Swords strong as a woman is a leader. This could even be an army general, navy, things that you would more likely associate with a man. I also believe that I can't believe how bad they chop, which is platforms. And when you're just trying to work from home too, this could just be like, God damn, I just want to work from home. This is the amount of sabotage to me would be stalking, harassing, bullying. That's what this would be. Different areas. And it could be that you are, well, hold on a second, because this would be, this is her security, and this would be your home situation based off of your job, right? Like, all right, I realize I have people trying to stop me, you know what I mean? So you could have created a platform. Queen of Cups, I believe that this platform was created from a loving place. That's what I believe. This was an immense amount. This could have been, you were home. This could have been during that thing, right? That 19 thing. And you were learning about law of attraction and shit. That's what I believe. You could have also been learning about the heavy black magic and rituals and shit. That doesn't have to be just in your area or family members, but just done on humanity. The amount of gaslighting, manipulation, and everything. This is what you could have been talking about, how to protect yourself. This is what it eased into, is what I believe. You didn't really know what you were going to do with this platform. Some of you had a subject in mind, and that was that. For others of you, you started it because you needed to deal or process what was happening to you, and it transformed into something else. Now, there could have been a situation, this isn't for many of you, where they started a platform just to slander you. You may have a defamation suit in some situations. And how loving and good of a woman you are. I can't believe the amount of attack. And there could be people getting questioned, like, why did you do this? Just give me an answer, that's it. Because I'm insecure and she's pretty. Or it could, if you're a man and you have this type of thing, it's the same thing. You're attractive or you're confident. This is the new opposition, is insecurity. They could have said that they shared profit. If there's videos on platforms where your face is there or even your name is brought up, I'm telling you, I feel like there's going to be a big McKenna. There's going to be a big lawsuit and a big uncovering, whatever that means. Yeah, if you feel like your shit slowed down and everything, I do feel this is multiple things, but the one on the other side is the best friend you could possibly have, the best husband, wife, brother, sister. I don't. It's hard to comprehend this. What is this other side then? That's what people are asking. It's not, I said yesterday, it's not a skin color thing anymore. And it's not a religious thing. It's not a religious views kind of thing. It is an overwhelming sense of insecurity and victim mentality. Owed things, or this happened to me, as if these people were living in a tunnel and they had no connection with outside people for years, that they didn't realize the whole world goes through, everybody goes through shit. Everybody. This could also be that now you may get some kind of big blessing from a certain man. Let's talk about this man now. It's yours. Yours enemy. Okay, there's going to be these people who wanted to make themselves an enemy of yours. I can already tell before I flip cards that whatever this blessing is that's coming from some man, it could be a father, a passed on husband, or it could be somebody that you don't even know. This is when it's going to be proven. Oh, you're going to have people try now and say that either they were blackmailed or I think that the excuses are going to be the most entertaining part of all of this. Yeah. Many. And love. I don't see what else would be here. And you, all right, with the there, with the here, this could be that people are also in disbelief at the lack of education and just overall, overall desire to grow. The overall desire, the lack of overall desire to move even a half a step further than where they were before. When they were questioned on this about you, because they were, I believe that was the most popular word. With mini, let me find out what the mini is here. What's the mini? Judgment. Mini. Is that someone's name is Mini? I want to see if there's another type of definition for mini that I'm not aware of. Top choice in vehicles for motoring. A non-offensive word used instead of P word, C word. Okay. For some reason, I feel like it's that. It could have been this too. You could be a pure, right? It could be like that. Is that what it is? Yes, beaver, snatch, great. Tell me about this. They lied about that, which means either people said that they slept with you and either your dick was mini or that your other thing was way too big and this, that, or the other. And I believe there could have been some images that were filtered and edited of this part of yours as well. With the Judgment, this is actually going to be my game card. When I told you that it would be gaming, I don't speak about shit like, oh, it's snowing already, I'm so excited. I'll be speaking about gaming when it comes to them wanting to play us individually as video games. I believe this was found out, that this is true, or that they were planning on doing this. This would be other options and Mirage. So this is, yes, the confirmation of editing. And this here made it look like it got beat the hell up. Right? That's what it looked like. Somebody beat the shit out of that. These could definitely be men that were posing as women who still have this jealous and competitive thing. Very immature. But, you know, I do believe on another sense, this is you, Divine Feminine, that you're this King of Pentacles. You could definitely be a Libra or a Taurus woman who attracts wealth. And they could have mocked you because... Tell me that there are some people, I don't care whether they're transsexual or men or women, that knocked you because you really did save yourself. Your thing could have gotten smaller over time, and people realized you were telling the truth. Some of you have been celibate for over 10 years and shit, and it's not because you want a spouse, it's because you value your body that much. You're a sponge, and you feel sick after you're with certain people. They'll come up with their own reasons for you, though. That's what they do. And I believe that somebody took a picture or somehow got a picture of yours. I don't even want to talk about the battery. If this wasn't a fake video saying that somebody did something to you with some type of battery, I believe that they could have... They're showing me the game Operation. I believe that they tried creating some type of connection between you and some doll or something that they created with sensors or some metal shit on it. I really do believe that this is what these idiots were putting most of their time toward. Yes, you're a fucking idiot. I said it. You're an idiot. Scientists, you don't, when you do this kind of shit, all them brains and all them degrees for some of you had, it doesn't mean shit because you're using it for this reason. If you have a problem with women and you're a man doing this, even if you're a transsexual, fuck off. You're never going to change. When you get to this level of hatred and jealousy and envy, that's what happened. They got a picture somehow of your shit. They're showing me a graph that they actually had pictures on walls saying this is her thing. Before she was celibate, they're saying this is throughout time. It was like mocking the fact that you're actually who you say that you are. Look at this immature, childish, juvenile envy. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. And then there were kids in the room that acted more, well, no, it's not an act. They're forced to grow up now because they have to protect themselves. A lot of them have to protect themselves and their siblings and other kids in the area. I'm proud of you. You a drunk. They also say that you're a conservative drunk. I do believe this is all your reputation being replenished. That's what I heard. How many times they said the word hoe? How many times are you going to say hoe? There are people that even got into arguments. You had somebody calling a grown men a hoe. Now you know it doesn't necessarily mean that you're easy. It's the only words they know. There was about 6 words in this entire debate is what it feels like. A questioning debate, a questioning interrogation that turned into a heated debate. And there weren't many words outside the realm of 5th grade education. It is concerning. At the same time, if the let's say that this here that we're talking about is a 70-30 type of thing. What do we do? Do we spend all our time changing to 70, or do we take the 30 and help them grow? I say B. We're not here to fix people completely. We're here to help ourselves to the point where we can assist others in their growth. That's what you do. If you have a plant, you have 2 plants, and let's say that you use different soil intentionally. One's not growing at all, and the other one's is starting to grow. You give this one enough attention where now I realize it doesn't matter what I do, something wasn't connecting in the soil. Let's say that the bulb wasn't connecting with something else, so it's impossible for that to grow. I'm just going to keep watering it and giving it my time. It's the same thing. I'm going to focus on this one and make this one the best, prettiest, friggin' whatever that is you planted that I can possibly get out of it. I can't believe that this shit was happening right underneath my nose, though. I can't hold this shit in anymore. There are people that knew something about this and they're playing stupid. You can tell. The ones who had no idea were told, but would know this is craziness, or just didn't hear it at all. They can't get questions out fast enough. And then you'll have those that they ask certain questions, they stay away from the uncomfortable ones. Now, either it's a race or a sexual preference that they vibe with, that they feel they're going to betray. But this shit, in this situation, this happens all over now. The grapevine. This is a new program, a new agenda set in place, and sometimes we do it ourselves. It doesn't always come from the system. What's up with the feet? Did they even edit your feet because you have, when I started saying to men, pay attention to the feet, I bet that's when they edited yours too, Divine Feminine. Some of you used your feet for pictures and got money off of it, and they had, no, I don't think that happened. They could have just showed other people your pictures edited afterward. I don't really see any growth when it comes to this. I feel like they were hoping for that. This would be my growing card as well. I believe that they've been stuck for a long time. They're not getting anything out of this. That's a concerning thing. This is also a conversation. You know, I don't know what's more concerning. The fact that somebody would come up with something like this, the fact that they would actually act on it and execute this plan, or the fact that they're doing it for nothing. It's not, I'm sorry, I take that back. It wasn't that they do it for nothing. They actually lost their homes, their cars, their jobs, their family members, their children, their dignity, their self-respect, and let me tell you about the looks. There are some men, I don't know how many women, but I do feel you men, and I want to thank you, that said some things that need to be said. Are you sure you're not just jealous about the way this woman looks naturally? I mean the way she really looks. And this man or woman pulled out a picture that they have of you unfiltered on both sides. This is a picture of them, 1919 on the thing, with no filters. And when I say no filters, I mean no filters to make her look better either. Let's find out what happened then. With the bank, is there something going on with your bank as well that they're going to wind up? I do believe. No, I'm just going to say I believe this shit and it's going to happen. That this could even be something hooked up to the bank. That this is some big thing that was going on. Some big ring. It went from trafficking ring to editing ring. Editing and bank fraud ring. Were they rubbing certain parts on this doll? They walked in and saw it, didn't they? There was a mayor or a governor in the actual room. This feels like a hotel room or some trap house where some people got together to create this whole thing. I'm telling you, they're showing me monitors on the wall, a projection screen, your face or something else that's just as pretty as your face up on the screen. And they can't stand either one. I'll bet they threw darts at it for black magic. I'll bet there was shit for rituals set up, and they still can't take you the fuck down. Whoever you are, you must be... I'm not even sure you know how amazing you really are. And you may not even know that this shit was going on. I mean, it's... Who thinks of some shit like this? There's the picture. They know, right? Look, that's a strong knowing that they're right. But what did they say anyway? Here, let me see it. My boy has a thing where they can tell if there's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, a fire sign male. They could tell that whoever this man was, he's attracted to you. And there were other men in the room that never saw this particular picture. They know, look, they know that there are men all over the planet. There's no shot in hell. That's why they did it. There were men connected to this that didn't know that this is what you looked like, Divine Feminine. So what happened now? A reduction? Is this a breast reduction? Did you get a breast reduction and everything? They could have made your titties out. You know that app where you can pull it? Or you can make it go back in. I do believe they altered your tits too. Majestic. That's here's their hole here, right? And I'm guessing that yours was described as possibly majestic and fantastic. That is fantastic. That's what one of the guys said. Oh, they knew that if they saw this, there would be men that would come from all over the world to meet you. And there may be now. I do believe, but I'm not quite certain, that with this camera here and this world thing, something could be shared even between agents, the FBI database, some type of, what do they call it? A notice or public notice to be aware of this shit. I'm noticing the bush. It's incredible how they can add these things on there. They deep faked somebody else's female body parts, Divine Feminine. They could have even added a penis onto you. If you feel like you've been being watched, but you're not quite sure from where. You don't know if there's cameras in your home. You don't know if it's the virtual 360. You don't know if it's the virtual reality that's invading our privacy. They all are. But you just had a feeling. So what did you do? You just, what can you do? You accept it, you embrace it, and you just be your normal self. People were pissed off that they couldn't embarrass you or that you lived your life in such a righteous way that it made them more angry. Instead of saying we were wrong about this one, now they have to go and they have to make all this shit up. They have to create a whole new character for you. And then a life story to go with that. The problem is that people chose to believe the shit. There are too many people on one side that would just accept it instead of doing their own research or, God forbid, even finding out who you are personally. And then there are the others who will be like, I don't want to see this. Why would I want to look at this? Some people looked at this shit over and over and over again, and usually it's men who know they could never get you. Or they played a part in something else that's about to come out that they knew. And let me just get my rocks off as much as I can. Or jealous women, or a combination of the both. It all stems from insecurity, though. There's no other reason to do this. And you'll know because the person that is the perceived target of these individuals is one of the most secure people on the planet. That agitates people. It agitates them. It agitates them a lot more than you know. To the extent that they will try to remove you from this life as if they could. I mean, I am a logical bitch. I really am. And I still can't get over the entitlement that people think that they have the right to take your life that was given to you between two people. Your life was given to you really by your mother, though. Your dad goes in, right? And she chooses, or something else chooses, whether that woman births you. Two people were involved, not millions of people on the planet. It is crazy. You may get something from a delivery. You may get something sent to your home. This is a sweet offer, though. Oh, you may be disappointed maybe to find out how many wanted to and they didn't because of this information. Profit. Did you not secure a profit? Did they make profit off of this? Make profit off of slandering you and trying to ruin your reputation? They didn't ruin your reputation. When you're someone like, when you're targeted for this, you're already that individual where it would take an army to take you down. And then on top of them trying to ruin it with images and videos, they try to ruin it by constantly watching you, hoping that you would do something or say something, a fraction of what they do in their personal time. What they don't realize is there's cameras in their homes too. And if they were spending time in a hotel or a trap house, somebody did. There's always that one person that's sitting in this group that's like, I can't fucking stand these people. Even if they were involved in the beginning, eventually that one friggin' hayok is usually sitting and they realize, I'm this motherfucker these tarot readers are talking about. That's what one of these kids is doing his own thing. It could have been someone who's younger. It could have been one of their children set up cameras or even told some officers that they know aren't pieces of shit, or it could be grandparents and stuff, or grandparents' friends that are retired agents and cops and judges. Somebody had your back, though. Look at all of them now that are like, holy shit, I can't even believe this. I can't believe this shit. This was, I mean, look at you. You really are, though, like a star, and you don't even realize it. The way you move, they could have even edited movements. Can they do that? I guess they can. They can edit how you move and spin around. Because this broad looks super graceful. She looks like Grace, a princess or a Grace, like that, right? So, now what? Well, I mean, the good thing is not every one of these people had good intentions that wanted to come towards you anyway. And maybe the universe, in some crazy way, allowed this to go on so that they could be separated from you until they got to a certain point where you have to heal from something. We all do. You can't just show up into my life. I'm going to look at you sideways. Yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing because there were even men and possibly women that were interested when they thought you looked a certain way. You could have had people that were ready to come and approach you that thought you were less attractive or bigger or skinnier, if that's your thing. You know what I mean? The opposite. And I bet they're glad. And I have a feeling somebody else is glad that happened too. Yeah, there are people that are like, God damn, I'm grateful that this interruption happened. This could have been flights being delayed. This could be bus trips, something happening with buses on the way. It was to protect you from this shit. Yeah. Oh, wow. You know what I also picking up? They could have said or created some type of site and put you on there. This isn't going to be for every one of you, and put you on there as some weird sex fetish on the receiving end. And my God, I don't think that you know how many times somebody was en route and then there was something that happened. your ancestors interfered, they intercepted something, or some alien beings did. This could have been confusion, them falling asleep, or even forgetting a bunch of things, and they never made it because they're still like this. Murder vibes, right? They did that too for at least one of you. You know those people that have weird ads on, I guess it would be the dark web, that say, I'll pay you if you come and either torture me or off me altogether? They could have done something like that. Like, goddamn, what this bitch does for work is crazy. Oh, boy. I do believe they were making some type of money and revenue off of doing this. If there was a platform or a live stream and they could have lied and said that you were getting some and even set up something. The amount of effort that went into this, all to try to ruin somebody's name. It's you're insane, first of all, to believe that shit would have taken off and kept going when you do this shit to a decent person. You do this shit to the town pedophile. That's who you do it to, which tells me, what are you motherfuckers involved in? That you chose somebody like this. Now, usually this person is not only secure and gifted and beautiful naturally, but you could have, with some type of gifts, been talking about things, warning, anything. No. I can't stand this commercial. It makes me feel like my brain is melting. Dun, 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 dun. If everything was that mundane, I do believe they're trying to melt us in some way or keep us here when it comes to wits and wisdom. Malevolent? Why do they keep putting noon? They're also showing me a doll where they were charging people to do things to this doll if you were feeling it. And somebody made the comment, we need to get a mental plan in place, or asylums, or this is not going to work this way. There's going to be a war this way. It's going to be, and it's going to be the people against the people if something doesn't happen. Now, there are those in power who love that until that shit reaches them, and it always does. They just never see it that way. They just see it as, oh, I had a bad day. Oh, 6 in a row. I don't know. Max. And maxed. It could have been something maxed out. Did they have something on a mattress too? Please tell me that there weren't men putting their thing inside of this doll as you. They're showing me, take your anger out from your ex-wife and your mom out on so-and-so, putting knives into it and shit and beating it. Did any of you feel your mouth as if somebody was trying to break your jaw? It's sick. And I see Jews. Max, we'll put Max and Jews. Are you Jewish? Were they doing this against Jews? This could have been, okay. And then there's that love again. Oh, that could be in somebody's name. Lovey and D. This feels like hate crime. Whether it's against someone that's more attractive, against someone that has more money, against somebody that's more gifted, against somebody that has more friends, a nicer car, that's Jewish, that's Christian, that's black, that's white, and it doesn't feel like it's one thing. It's the opposition now is what am I, in what way am I the opposite of you, or in what way is my life, how it turned out, the opposite of yours? You now become my target in some way, which means all of us are possibilities to be victims in this type of war. What is the only possibility? Either there needs to be a drop of all of those that refuse to see that we all are in this shit together in some way. It doesn't have to be so separate. The problem is, some of these individuals, I said, were removed from mental institutions and even prisons in other countries and allowed to come over here for either fake citizenship, and then they got here and they had to do fucked up shit for it and still never got it. Some of them got it and still chose to do fucked up shit for it. I don't understand why. But I get it that some of you were placed in awkward positions when you got here. You were lied to. You wouldn't. I want to believe that if somebody said, "Yeah, come over here," and then you're going to have to attack so and so. Some of them knew your platform and they would have never done this. Others came over here just for this, regardless of whether they're lies or not. Do you know how many things I've been told in my life about others? And I'm still going to look at you and shake your hand and say hello until I experience that myself. If we could just have 99% of the people on the planet, we have to have the opposition, otherwise we wouldn't recognize what that thing was. But this is the sun. There could even be some shit you started talking about the sun and you got attacked. What is this now? I don't understand, because even those who don't expose anything with government shit, they could just be naturally pretty or handsome and they get attacked. So it's not even one place, which is concerning. It's weird. But in some crazy way, it makes it easier to comprehend and then possibly easier to remedy. Either we need to bring institutions back, depending on how many people are gone like that. I don't even know how much effort and money should go into fixing them. Maybe just put them somewhere, give them all boxing gloves. Make an entire start buying empty warehouses and empty places, knock down walls and make it one big fucking boxing ring, and just put cameras in there and just let these people duke it out. Let them beat the shit out of each other until they're gone. For those types. I mean the animals, where you can tell by looking at them in the face, you can tell by the way they live their life and carry themselves and the way that they speak about and treat others that they're gone. If you feel, we need Dr. Kevorkians, can we please have those? I saw those, what are they? Those pods in Canada. I didn't like that though. For handicapped people to end their life. Something tells me that when it's presented, it's, yeah, the paperwork, lawyers, and you sign this, and then forgery comes. When the child becomes hard to handle, right? Yeah, it's a possibility that they slept with their brother or their sister, and now the child's hard to handle. But, or, I'm guessing life insurance wouldn't cover that. Maybe it didn't pop off, or they're not as popular as we thought they were going to be. But it was weird to even see that. We need those doctors, though. Sign paperwork. You can't tell somebody that they can't ask somebody to kill them. You have no right. You don't own any of us. There is no law against that. If you sign paperwork and get it notarized, it's a legal binding document now. You can't be half season and half out. If someone is in tremendous amount of pain and you have no idea how it feels, and they are willing to pay and do it the right way over putting a needle in somebody or just putting enough of something in a drink to make them go peacefully, why would we want to go attack that, and why would we want to intervene with that legally? It's shit like that. We need these types of people. You remove people who are suffering, that puts something out into the planet. Now, they may be the quietest sufferers on the planet. They don't bitch and complain. That's usually not the case. But even they put out some type of frequency or rate that brings the rest of us down in some way. They don't want to. There needs to be some new laws. They're worn out, and they're not working. Hopefully, there will be some new, fresh faces and minds in legislation and in government. Maybe it's time for things to just be ran and not run into the ground, It may require some feminine shit going on in there. And I believe some younger people, this whole thing where you're older and wiser, I don't believe it. I don't. I would sooner have a 21-year-old president who is an old soul and has the mind of Tesla and MLK combined and shit than to have somebody who's 60, 50, 60, 70 years old who just isn't in it for the right reasons. That's not the kind of job where you're I don't know. That should be a passion that you have. You're running the country. All right. That's all I got. See ya.